Hey yo, what is goodie, guys? Today I'm going to be doing a way more in-depth Taliyah guide than my last one. It's going to be a lot longer, so I'm going to put timestamps down below in the description showing you guys where each section of the video is, because I'm sure not all of you are going to need to watch this entire thing, because I'm going to go over literally everything. And most of you guys probably know a lot of stuff I'm going over. Let me tell you real quick what I'm going to be going over. I'm going to be going over a quick little intro, who I am, my goals, and shit like that. Then I'm going to go over her abilities. I'm going to go over jungle pathing in your early game. I'm going to be going over if you're playing her in like the mid lane, because I don't really play her that much mid lane, but I'm going to teach you guys a little bit what I know about it. And then I'm going to teach you guys how to play mid and late game. I'm going to teach you the best team comps and the worst team comps to play with and against. I'm going to show you builds and runes, tips and tricks, and a bunch of little other things along the way. And hopefully this helps you guys out. If it did, leave a like. If not, then I guess sorry for you. But check it out, y'all. We playing Taliyah. You already know the usual. And first, let me tell you why you should listen to me. You should listen to me, not because I'm Korean. That's a stereotype. Well, okay. Real quick before I get any further, let me say something really quick to you guys. I know it should seem really self-explanatory, and a lot of y'all should probably know by now. But my name is a Taliyah reference, not a Donald Trump reference. So let me tell you why I feel like I need to say this. A lot of you think it's common sense, but I've had someone text me on League of Legends. Someone I've been friends with for probably a year on League. And I know it's a female. And she texted me, and she said, this is exactly what she said, word for word. So, I don't think we can be friends. I'm unfriending you because your political views and the way you're hurting our country every day is absolutely disgusting. That's exactly what she said. Absolutely disgusting. And I think you are one of the worst type of people in the world that we have in our country these days. So please reevaluate your stuff and maybe I'll refriend you. And I was like, it's a Taliyah reference, homegirl. And then she was like, well, that's still not funny. And I was like, well, I'm sorry. So if you guys get offended, I'm sorry. That's the brand name. Don't take it in that personal way. It's not that deep. It's really not. It's not that deep, all right? Like, it's really not that deep. It's not political. It's not in any sort of way intended to make anybody feel a certain way. You know what I mean? So let's get started. Let me get started how I was supposed to get started. This is how I was supposed to get started before I went on that rant. So I have about 200 games on Taliyah, and I have about like a 65% win rate, right? That's not too bad. That's pretty good. That's more than winning 100 out of those 200 games. So I would say I'm doing pretty all right. So that's one reason why you should listen to me. Another reason is I carried from about silver 4, where I got placed, into plat 1, and I'm going to be in my diamond promos tonight, hopefully. Hopefully next video I'll be diamond 4, diamond 3, whatever. So hopefully that is something that'll show you guys I'm not just talking out of my ass. I'm kind of good at what I do a little bit. I'm not tooting my own horn and sucking my own dick here. I'm just telling you guys the facts and the statistics that I got good Taliyah win rate. That's it. Been playing jungle since season 4, season 5. I was mainly Sin about season 5 and 6. Placed in low elo all those seasons. Wasn't really good at it. But now I just get the idea more. I learned more macro play. I learned more micro play. I learned more about mechanics and everything else. So now I feel like I could teach you guys. And another reason why this guide should be listened to is because my main goal is to be rank 1 Taliyah in the world, right? Right now in North America, I'm rank 35 maybe, I think. There's this website you can check. I'll put a link. And then in the world, I think I'm ranked like 230, something like that. So I'm a far way away, but I can get there pretty quick. Give me about 3 months, and I promise I'll be at least top 10 in the world. Guaranteed. All right? So let's get started, y'all. Now I'm going to be talking to you guys about Taliyah's abilities. Let's start with her passive. Gain 45% movement speed by running near walls. Only occurs out of combat. Check this out. Right now I'm out of combat. See how I got on that surfboard and my movement speed is through the fucking roof? This is one of her most OP ganking utilities. Check it out. Look how fast I can get from fucking bot lane. Let's say I just ganked bot lane. I'm on my way mid. I'm going to gank mid. Boom. I'm hauling ass. I'm getting there. I'm hauling ass. I'm getting there. Boom. I'm here. Use this a lot, please. It's very underrated, and it's her most OP ability. Well, I think it's one of the most OP passives in the game. I think it's very underrated with the champion itself. Very underrated. So that's it. That's a simple passive. Now let's go to her Q. Threaded volley. Hurl 5 rocks in any direction. in a direction, dealing 170 plus 273 magic damage. Subsequent hits on the same enemy deals 50% reduced damage, creating work ground for 45 seconds. Casting threaded volley on worked ground only hurls 1 rock, but it costs 1 mana. Check it out. Boom, 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 boom. 5 little rocks, right? This circle that I created is called worked ground. When I'm inside this circle, I can only throw 1, but it only costs 1 mana, right? But if I'm outside the circle, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, I can throw more. There's good situations to where that is kind of useful. In a situation like this, right? Let me show you. Oh shit, hopefully I don't kill this. Oops. Well, let's say I had that to low health and I was about to gank here. I barely had enough mana to clear this and go gank mid. So instead of going out here and hitting it 5 times and wasting 90 mana, I could go here and hit it 1 time and only waste 1 mana and still have enough for a gank. So kind of be useful, kind of be wary of your mana, be cautious, because mana's a tough thing with Taliyah. That's one of her biggest flaws, is not having enough mana, but what can you do? W, seismic shove. Taliyah targets an area after a short delay. Enemies caught within the area will be pushed and dealt 140 plus 242 magic damage. You can control the direction enemies will be pushed by clicking and dragging your mouse in a line. Look at, boom. That's it. It's a circle. You see the circle right there, and you can basically knock them in any direction. You can go left, you can go right, you can go to your team, you can go away from your team. It's actually like the hardest ability to land with her, because the rest aren't really that hard, but you can come in this practice tool and kind of juggle these things around and see how good you can do, right? Because the cooldown is reduced, so if you're good, you can kind of get it going. Oops, I think I missed that one. Oh no. See, kind of juggle it around and see how much you can do that without like dropping it, and you know, just kind of have fun with it. That's a good way to practice. Just kind of balance. See what I'm talking about? Good way to practice. That's her W. Sometimes it's good to knock them into your team. Sometimes it's good to knock them away. You got to learn that. Like if this is an ADC and I'm catching them out, of course I want to knock them into my team. If it's a tank about to chase my whole team down, of course I'm going to knock them away. Good situations to do both times, right? E, Unraveled Earth. Place a field of dash-sensitive traps that deal 150 to plus 242 magic damage and slow enemies in area by 44%. After 4 seconds, the traps explode, dealing damage again. Enemies dashing, being pushed, or being pulled through Unraveled Earth will trigger traps, taking 90 plus 182 magic damage from each trap, maximum 4. Each hit after the first deals 15% less damage. Check it out. This is your E. Boom. See? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 12. Oh, shit. 12 plus 8, 20. Right? Is that how many is there? Yeah, 20. You get 20 of these little traps, right? So, you can knock them through it, and it does a lot of damage. When you knock enemies through the traps, every trap gets triggered and it does damage, right? So that's super OP, and you don't have to knock them through. Anybody, they can get like knocked through any way, right? Let's say this is Nautilus in a situation, right? I put this here, he cues me, he hooks me, he comes flying to me, he's gonna fly through all these traps, and all those that he has to fly through is gonna do damage. Same with Renekton. Let's say I do this, Renekton tries dashing to me, all these traps he runs through are gonna do damage. Let's say it's Ari, she's chasing me down, I put that, she ults to me, she goes through it, it takes damage. Dash sensitive traps, y'all. If they dash, if they get pushed, pulled, any of that, they're gonna take a bunch of damage from it. And I'll show you guys a little clip of that right now. Hey, yo, check out this gank, guys. Look at how I'm riding the wall with my passive. Even though there's a ward, I'm getting there so fast it doesn't matter. And let me show you what I mean by dash sensitive traps. Look it, let's go back and review that real quick just so I can show you guys what I'm talking about. Hold on, whoa, I'm so high. All right, that was after. All right, check it out right there. Let me go back just a little bit. All right, check out the gank. And when I place my E, and when he dashes through it, it's gonna do a bunch of damage because it's dash sensitive. Dashes will trigger it. Ready? Look. Boom. See that? Let me see if I can go back just enough. Ready? Check it out. At that moment, he dashed, but I also placed my E. All those missing rocks right there. Look at. Let me show you a little bit more. All right. See all those missing rocks? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, or however many there's missing. He had to dash through all that, and all that did damage to him. If you could like go back and see, like, you can see. Look at 502 damage just from my fucking traps. Boom. Let's look at that one more quick time. Look, going fast. Use my passive. It doesn't matter. I'm already here. You ain't going nowhere, son. E. Boom. You just flew through all that, and that's what I mean. Let me see if I can find another example somewhere. Another example right here. Check it out. Ready? Of my E dash. Look at Ari. Look when Ari ults through my traps. Look at how much damage it does. Ready? Boom. That was just my E damage. I did nothing else to her. She flew through my E, and that did all that damage, right? That shit is dumb OP. Boom, what's goodie? We back in this bitch. Hopefully you guys kind of learned the idea now of what that is. And hopefully that helped you a little bit. So help you like kind of understand the dash sensitivity. Now I'm going to show you guys my ultimate. It is called Weaver's Wall. All right. Cast wants to create a wall. Check it out. I'm just going to press R one time. I made the wall. That's it. I built the wall. That's all I did here, right? Get rid of it. All right. Recast immediately to right ahead of the wall, all right? Press once to make it. Press again to ride it. And jump off where you want to jump off, right? Cast once to create the wall. So the first time you press R, it's going to make the wall, damn it. The second time, you're going to get on the wall and you're going to ride it. All right, so you got to go R and then R right away again if you're going to want to jump on it. Check it out. R, R, I'm on it, I'm on it, I'm on it. I'm on that shit. Boom, right? So hopefully that's good enough for y'all. All right, and moving or receiving damage will cause Taliyah to stop. All right, let me show you guys a good example of what this means. Check it out. I'm going to create a wall, but if I take damage... Oops. Well, I'm an idiot. All right, let's try that again. All right, I'm going to make the wall, but if I take damage, I'm not going to be able to ride on it no more. Oh, shit. Not the best example. Hold on, let me show you a different way. That fucking dragon takes way too long to attack me. Let's do it with this tower. Ready? Check this out. I'm going to make the wall. I'm going to press R again, but I can't ride it because I'm taking damage, damn it. All right. So if you're taking damage in any way, you're not going to be able to ride the wall. So know that you can't use it as an escape most of the time if there's a bunch of enemies on you. Alright, just know that. So that's basically it. R once to make it, R twice to get on it, and click whichever way you want to get off it. Let's say I want to get off on this side, I'm going to click to get off on that side. Alright, let's say I want to get off on this side of the wall, I'm going to click it, and I'm going to go off on this side. Right? So you got to know when it's a good time to use that and when it's not a good time. And that's that. Now let me tell you guys a little bit about my motherfucking jungle pathing. Jungle pathing, let me show you, because I play a lot of jungle. A lot of people play mid, I play jungle. This is how I do it. I always start on my bot side, where my bot lane is going to be. So I'm going to start red this game. I'm going to start Q. I'm going to Q, kite it. Also getting some leashes. Q, kite it. Got it. Boom. I'm upgrading my E next. All right? Only because these raptors are here and it makes it a lot easier to clear it, right? E, Q. I always smite that. I always smite the big one. I kite it out. I go straight to this thing. Straight to the scuttle crab, right? If someone's there, don't try fighting them for it. If you can't beat them. A lot of the times you can beat a lot of people level 2 because you have your E. Check it out. And you want it to dash through it. If it'll do it. Come on, do it. See? It dashed through it so it knocked up that trap, right? Now, let's say I was starting on this side because my bot lane was on this side. I'm still starting Q. I'm going to get my blue buff. Still starting Q, getting my blue buff. I just got level 2, let's say. So now, instead of getting my E, I'm getting W because I don't need my E. I'm going to get this, I'm going to do this, and I'm going to smite it. You're going to smite that. Then I'm going to come here and get this again. Now, whether I started over here at red or I start on this side, there's open ganks either here or here most of the time. You're only going to be level 2, so don't expect to do a whole lot, but most of the time you'll get a flash. So ride the wall, go into whichever lane. I usually would gank mid. You go like this, you auto attack, slow them with the red buff, knock them into your team, do some damage with your Q and your W. Boom. You can most of the time get a flash, right? That's better than nothing. So, and then jungle pathing in early game is just really ganking. You want to gank as much as you can. I can't stress that enough that you want to gank over and over and over again. If I just went mid after level 2 and I know that she wasted flash, I'm going to come get my blue buff. I might get this and this and this. And then I'm going to come back mid right away that she has no flash. Or I'm going to go top and burn his flash. So then top and mid are both gankable. Then I'm going to come. I'm going to do a quick combo. Boom, 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 boom. Into my team. Into the tower. Dead. All right? So that's generally how you want to do it. Gank as much as possible, my friends. That's simple shit. Your ganks are so potent, and because of your passive, you can get everywhere on the map so quickly. And if you get your team ahead, you're going to win. If you get ahead, you're going to win. Taliyah is like the most OP assassin in the game, in my personal opinion. Because late game, check it out. Let me show you guys something real quick. All right, now I'm going to talk to you guys about a little bit of mid game, and late game, right? Let me see. How do I fucking make a dummy? Enemy dummy. All right. Boom. Boom. Check it out. Let's say right now, this is the situation. They're coming to attack my tower. I got my team here at the tower, right? I just cleared this thing or whatever. And now, this is what you want to do mid and late game. All game, mid and late game. Mid game about 12 minutes to 20 minutes in. You want to go like this, catch them out, Boom, catch them out, catch them out, catch them out. All right, so let's say we just caught them out. They're dead. Now I'm going to, oh, boom, catch these two out. Now they're under tower. There's nothing they could do, nothing they could do. Catch them out, right? Taliyah is the master at catching people out. You want to use this to your advantage and catch as many people out as possible. You can catch people out warding. Look, I have a ward here, like in a real game I probably would. And let's say fucking their support's coming to ward. I could do a whole combo on them. Boom, boom, boom. Support, no matter who they are, if you're ahead, they're dead. Guaranteed. Guaranteed. If you're ahead, they're dead. Guaranteed. That's how much OP assassin this bitch is. And I'll show you guys an example of that right now. Check out this burst damage real quick. Ready? Catching them out. Like I'm saying, catching them out and burst them down. Boom, bitch! Boom! Almost got the misfortune. Did you guys see her health? Literally like no health at all. And let me show you what I mean real quick when I say catch them out. Let me go back 10 seconds. Look, let me go back 20 seconds. All right. So this is what I mean when I say catch them out. You want to like literally exactly this. You can't really talk about it. You just got to explain it. If I know I'm ahead and I know I can kick their ass, look at that. Boom. Every time. Catch them out dead, no matter who it is. Every time. Even if that was a tank. Boom. Yo, what is goodie? I'm glad you guys made it back. Mid game, late game, like I said, just catch people out, get objectives. If I just caught them out, I would want to go get Rift Herald, then I would want to go get Tower or something, catch more people out. Catch them out, make some picks, and get some fucking objectives, all right? It's not that hard, you low elo. Oh, no, I'm just kidding. I'm sorry. Was that offensive? My bad. My bad. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. Catch them out. Get as many objectives as you can to end the game as early as possible. Not like you need to because you scale super hard anyways, but still. Try ending the game as early as possible. Make the enemy team tilt as much as possible. Make them surrender. Whatever you got to do to win, right? Now I'm going to be talking about if you play her mid lane. This is going to be a little quick section because I don't really know a whole lot about mid lane. I do, but I don't. I do know that you get countered by a lot of people in the early game because a lot of the mid laners now are aggressive. And Taliyah does not do good with aggression in the early levels, right? The only reason her ganks are so potent in the early level is because it's 2v1. And she has good pressure. But, like, in a lane, if I'm going against Zed or I'm going against fucking, who else would not be good to go against? If I'm going against Zed or I'm going against Talon or I'm going against someone who can kick my ass early, someone that's super aggressive early, Echo, Zed, you know, all the mid laners these days, I'm probably going to lose because they're going to find a way to all-in me because I'm super not mobile, or I'm going to have to waste flash because I don't have any mobility, and I'm going to get ganked. So I don't think Taliyah is a great mid laner because she's not that mobile. But if you are playing her mid, farm up, and whenever you can, if they base or if your lane is shoved, go fucking roam, go bot, go top, go ward some jungle, do something else. Don't just sit in the lane. Go help your team. I cannot stress that enough how much snowball potential Taliyah has, right? So hopefully y'all understand. So hopefully I got that through to you guys a little bit. Snowball your damn team, no matter what you're doing. Now I'm going to talk to you guys about the best team comps to play with and against, and the worst team comps to play with and against. It's actually like, how can I explain this? It's weird because Taliyah fits with almost every single team comp, right? Like, the only team comp I would suggest that you don't play Taliyah with is if you have multiple assassins on your team. If you have 2 assassins on your team already, Taliyah is probably not going to work because she's an assassin as well, and you won't have enough damage per second to, like, kill the tanks and stuff. Because let's say we have 3 assassins on our team. We're going to kill the support and the ADC and maybe the jungler. Whoever their squishies are, the assassins are going to kill the squishies. Then they still have 3 tanks on their team or something that's going to come fuck the rest of your team up because you're waiting on your cooldowns, right? You're waiting on all your cooldowns, and they're going to fuck you up while you're waiting on your cooldowns, and you can't kite them off. So let me give you a good example. Let me spawn some more of these dummies. All right, let me give you an example. Let's say these 3 are tanks, right? Let's say these 2 are squishies. Let's say those are the mid laners. Oh, all right. Let's say this is the mid and bot laner. This is the support and the top laner, right? The jungler is off doing his own thing. The best situation, look at, either they're going to engage on you and you got to peel them off of you, or you can get lucky enough to have a team fight start and kill their backline really easily. You can burst the backline so easily. So you got to choose, though, what's more important, keeping the tanks off your team or killing the backline. So but if you have multiple assassins on your team, you guys can't really kill the tanks that well. So let's say these 2 die and we waste all our abilities. Now I have to wait 10 seconds before my W's back up, and that's like pretty OP, right? So I gotta wait 10 seconds while these 2 tanks are fucking my team up, right? And we all are on our cooldowns because we're all assassins. So if you have 2 or more assassins on your team, don't pick Taliyah. Other than that, she fits with almost every single team comp. And worst team comps, well, yeah, best team comp, anyone. Best team comp to play with is any team comp, really. Worst team comp to play with is a bunch of assassins on your team because you won't have enough damage per second. Got it? Cool. All right, best team comp to play against. Best scenario for you to play against is if they have really hard engages that have to be dashing, pushing, or pulling through your team comp, right? Check it out. Let's say this is Renekton, and let's say this is Vi. Vi and Renekton. I do this. Boom. Right? Vi Qs, Renekton dashes. This is what's going to happen. They're going to take all that damage right there, and that's insane. That is ridiculous damage, right? That's the best situation. And let's say you're jungling, and they have Xin Zhao or something. You meet him at Scuttle Crab because you guys are both trying to get it. You're going to kick his ass because you do this when he's going to dash to you. Boom. He dashes to you, gets through all these, and he does so much damage to himself, and he's fucked. And then when he dashes to you, you can knock him off of you like that, and then you can keep kiting him out, right? You get it? Hard engages like Xin Zhao, Vi, Renekton, people that have to dash or pull or push, whatever, however they got to get there. If your E does damage to them, they're fucked. And worst team comps to play against that you're going to counter yourself in are if they have multiple tanks. Let's say this, for example. Let's say they have 3 tanks. Let's say they have 3 tanks. Let me put another tank. Let's say these 3 are tanks, right? They're all rushing my team, right? I can only maybe get 2 of them, right? I can maybe only get 2 of them to peel off my team. But there's still 1, and they can still come in and fuck me up. And this is only going to do so much. If they're all tanks, this is only going to do so much. And they're going to dash in or whatever they got to do to engage. And they're still going to fuck my team up. And no one can get to the back line. And I'm a bursty person. And I can only burst 1 tank with my combo, right? So let's say I do this. Boom, I bursted 1 tank. He's almost dead. He's getting out of the fight. Now there's 2 more tanks and 2 carries in the back line I have to worry about. So if you're going against multiple tanks, don't really do it. If they have 3 or more tanks, don't do it. If they have 2 tanks, that's all right. You can get away with that. You know what I mean? So don't play against 3 tanks or more because that's probably not going to get you very far. Like I said, you can only burst every 10 seconds when your W's up for the most part. And yeah, best and worst team comps right there, baby. Now I'm going to talk about builds and runes. Builds and runes. It's basic. It's pretty general. Same thing what I always do. I do the same thing almost every game. Let's start with runes first. Runes, I always get Dark Harvest or Electrocute. Mainly Dark Harvest for me because I think it's more better. Well, I think it's better. And some people like Electrocute better. It's all honestly preference, right? If you're mid lane, I would suggest taking Electrocute. If you're a jungle, I would suggest Dark Harvest if you're going to be ganking as much as I do. So, Dark Harvest jungle, mid lane Electrocute. That's kind of the general rule of thumb for me. And then after that, I would get Cheap Shot, Eyeball Collection, and Relentless Hunter. I think that's what it's called. Relentless Hunter is OP because it gives you the extra movement speed. And then Cheap Shot is OP because this is considered CC. They're knocked up, and if that goes through, that does more damage because they're immobilized. And that's what Cheap Shot does. And then Eyeball Collection, your jungle, you're going to be buying wards, you're going to be clearing wards, you're going to do your thing. So that's the best for this first primary. Secondary, get Sorcery, get Celerity and Water Walking if you're in the jungle, get Celerity and Gathering Storm if you're in the mid lane, right? That's basically it for the runes. And then for your build, I always rush Sorcerer Boots. Whether I'm jungle, whether I'm mid, I always rush Sorcerer Boots because my base damage is already through the fucking roof. And I know I'm going to snowball. So I want to get as much magic penetration as I can in the early game. And like early game, I mean like 3 to 10 minutes in. If you don't have Sorcerer Boots by then, you're fucking up, right? And also it gives you more movement speed so you can get better ganks off, more presence. It's just good to have it. Best first item in my opinion. Of course, you're going to buy the Machetes Hunter first or whatever. What's it called? This thing. Hunter's Talesman. Of course, you're going to buy that first. But then I go straight for this right away. All right. And then Morella Anomicon. Oh, wait. Sorry. Second item. Get your Luden's Echo or get your Runick's Echo. Jungle, get Runick's. Mid, get Luden's, right? Don't get both. That's kind of silly. Don't get both if you're jungle. That's a silly idea in my opinion because they both do the same thing. Third item. You got multiple choices. If they have a lot of healing on their team, if they have a lot of people that heal, get Morella Anomicon. If they don't, get Void Staff. For example, let's say they have Renekton, they have Soraka, and they have Rek'Sai. 3 people that can heal, pretty decent amount. Get Morella Anomicon, dummy. And then if you do get Morella Anomicon, you're still going to get Void Staff just next, right? But if they don't have Elotic heal, instead of getting Morellonomicon third item, get Void Staff, then get a Rabadon's or a Zonia's depending on if they have AD, or a Bansheesville depending on if they have heavy AP, and just kind of build accordingly. I'll put a little picture up of an example of what a final build should look like. Well, basically a final build should look like what I have right here. That's it. That's what a final build should look like. And if you don't get Morellonomicon because they have no heal, either choose between Bansheesville, Zonia's if you didn't get it, Leandry's if you didn't get it, Rabadon's if you didn't get it. Rabadon's is a must. The must-have items are Sorcerer Shoes, Runic Echo or Luden's Echo, Rabadon, and Void Staff. Then you can choose your last 2 items based on what's going on. You know what I mean? So I'll put a little picture up of that, like an example, full build and stuff. And now, last but not least, let me get to a couple. Well, I can't really tell you guys a lot of tips and tricks, but I can tell you guys some combos and stuff. Some great combos to do are, let's say you're in a team. Let's say this is the team right now. You're in a team fight. Let's say that's their ADC. You want to catch them out. Or anybody, really. You have movement speed like galore. And I love to start off team fights by running on the wall because you're so much faster than them. They'll see you and they'll either back off or they'll run towards you. Because I'll come from like the shadows and they're right here. They'll either see you or they'll run from you. But since you're so much faster, even if they run from you, you can still catch them out real quick. Boom. Just like that. Because they'll be running behind and stuff and you got to put it behind them to where they're going to run. And the best combo, in my opinion, in like team fights and just in general is W first and E right after in the direction they're going to go. Some people E first, but I think that's kind of silly because if you E first, they're going to be expecting it. But your E slows them, so I don't know. If you E first, they're going to be expecting your W. But if you don't E first, you W first, they're not going to be expecting it and they're not going to sidestep it as much. You know what I mean? So look at W. Oh shit, there's his W. Oh fuck, we're dead. Fuck. That's what's gonna happen, honestly. So I like to W first. Some people like to E first, but always start off with W or E or some auto attacks because, you know, let's say I'm ganking. Watch, let me show you an example. Let's say there's only one person in the lane, just that guy. No, just that guy. I'm ganking. Let's say I have red buff. I'm gonna auto attack him, slow him. I'm gonna put this right here. I'm gonna do that, boom, knock him into it. You know, like there's really not many tips and tricks I can tell you guys, but like the combo is generally make sure you W them into your E, however you got to do it, and then hit them with a bunch of Qs, right? It's just dummy OP. So that's how I like to do it, and that's really it for combos. But I mean, another thing you could do is, like I said, start off a team fight on the wall and keep going back and forth kind of like this. Wait for one of them to overextend. Catch them out. Boom, they're dead. Ult. Okay, boom, boom, boom. They're split up from their team. These two are not. Boom, boom. Kill the team. Boom, 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 boom. Now your team has a great opportunity to get Baron, Dragon, Towers, whatever. But catch them out. Do what you got to do. And real quick before I end the video, I want to hear from you guys what you think would be a good skin for Taliyah next. If it wasn't for SSG playing Taliyah in the LCS, she would have one fucking skin. What kind of bullshit is that? How long has she been out? Only one skin? That kind of ticks me off, you know what I mean? One skin and she's been out for what? I don't know how long, but she's been out for a long time and she needs more than this skin. This is the only skin you can buy, right? It's cool and all, but like, I feel like she needs more. I personally think a pool party Taliyah skin would be sick, but I think we should all make like a petition to Riot and say we need some more damn Taliyah skins. You know what I mean? As part of the Taliyah community, I think Taliyah needs way more, at least one more skin. I think pool party would be sick though. Not cause all the pool party skins, everyone's in a bikini. And I think, no, none of that, okay? Just imagine this, my ultimate, it's a huge wave, and that's a surfboard I'm riding on, right? Imagine that, right? My W, it's a huge wave that knocks you into the water. My E, a bunch of little tiny waves. Boom, a huge wave throwing you into more waves. Your Q, little splash water balls. You know what I mean? That'd be sick. So I just wanted to end it on that. Let you guys know that I'm not a Trump supporter real quick. Got to make that clear one more time. Thanks so much for watching the video. If you liked it, please leave a like. Please subscribe for more content. And please come with me on my journey to rank 1 Taliyah. If you guys stay with me, give me 3 months. Guaranteed top 10. Thank you so much for watching. Hope you guys enjoyed. Like I said, you know what to do. Take it easy, y'all. Later.